Kai, big announcement's just been made. What can you tell us about your opponent, Mark De La Rosa?
Yeah, so we're on the August 31st card in Shenzhen in China. I fought there a few times now, so it's not unfamiliar territory. Yeah, my opponent, Mark De La Rosa, fought on the same card as his wife in February on the Melbourne card. So I've met him before. I knew he was on my radar already. I saw that he's been fighting at bantamweight, 135, so he's not in the rankings currently, but he's dropping down now, so back to fly. And yeah, I feel like it's a good matchup for me. Stylistically, he is a wrestler that likes to strike, durable, so he's gone the distance with a few good guys. But I feel like, me having a bit of momentum, coming off 2-fight win streak in the UFC, and he's coming off a loss right now, so he'll be hungry to get one back. But that might make him, overly aggressive to put it on me. But we'll be more than ready to solve the puzzle and get the win.
What's his style? What do you think he'll try and do?
In his fights, the fights that I have watched of him, he does like to strike a bit and then take down, here and there. But with me, I feel like he's going to try take me down straight away. But we wrestle and we grapple just as much as we strike at this gym, so we'll be more than ready to neutralize that, and we'll take the fight where we want to go, which is hopefully get a finish and hopefully get a knockout.
And just talk about the new gym, because you've only been here less than a week.
Yeah.
What are your first thoughts? Are you happy with the change?
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. Back at the old gym on West Street, Upper Queen Street. It's we were there for 11 years. I've only been a part of City Kickboxing for about 4 years, but yeah, it was a nice send off coming to sparring for the last time. Eugene jumping in, and then there was so many people that we had to take rounds off just so there was enough space on the mats. So having your teammates egg you on and go a little bit harder than usual, it was good fun. And a few people maybe took it a little bit too far, but it's all in it's all a part of it. And it was a nice send off for the gym, and then everyone helped out after and moved all the mats and helped full team effort to get all the gear into the new spot. Sunday they put it all into place, and Monday we had our first session at the new gym. So it's been a nice transition, coming to a bigger spot that we needed. There was way too many numbers at the old gym, and some would say it was a bit of a safety thing, bumping into people and getting hit from behind when you're not expecting it. So now we've got a lot more space, a lot more area to work with, and we're just loving the new vibes, keeping the same energy that from the old gym, but just in a new place.
Cool. Hey, just getting back to the fight, how long has this been in the go, or how long have you been training for? You got the long enough camp now?
Yeah, well, I've been nursing my wrist since the Melbourne fight, so finally I've had at least 2 months of consistent training where I haven't been working around it or pulling my punches. So I'm happy with that, and doing all the right things, which I didn't want to jump straight back into a fight camp. I wanted to take my time, just resetting my body as well. Cutting weight back to back takes a toll on you, so it was nice for my body and my mental reset button, pretty much. So now we're going into camp. I'm actually excited to showcase all these new skills that I've been working on, and you'll see a more more improved and just more hungry to put on a show for the fans, just because I've had a bit of a rest. It's been 5 months since I last fought, so me watching Izzy when he won his title, it's so motivating for me to come back to the gym and just to keep my head down, and I want to fight, if I can, not uninjured. I want to fight on the Melbourne card with him October 6th. So if all goes to plan, I'll fight back to back if possible. But I'm not looking past Mark De La Rosa. That's the fight that I have in front of me, and that's the only thing I'm looking at right now. But ideally, I'd like to do both back to back, and then hopefully, UFC will come back to Auckland end of this year or early next year. So you know, it'll be a busy end to the year for me, but that's how I like it, and that's how I want to be. I want to be in the sport to, you know, make a name for myself, make some money, and you know, it's not going to be forever, so you got to take it while you can.
And things have been working right for you off the track too, because you just got a nice sponsor.
Yeah, shout out to Hyundai Monaco. It took a little while to, you know, set this up, but yeah, finally we've worked it all out, and yeah, I've got a car now, so it's awesome to see, you know, mainstream brands get behind mixed martial arts. You know, look back 10 years ago, it was just, you know, rugby players and, you know, just your typical athlete getting, you know, those kind of sponsorships. So it's been nice to break down the barriers and the stigma around fighting, and seeing how it's more mainstream and UFC so global. But Hyundai recognised that as you know, a good opportunity to get involved. A lot of people just think locally and sponsor rugby players, where that's just big in New Zealand, you know. Realistically, it's just big in New Zealand, but UFC is so international, you don't need to speak English to understand fighting. And with the new ESPN deal with the UFC in America, you know, that's massive. So for them to get behind me, it's going to be a good move for them, and it's going to be a good relationship.
Yeah.
Cheers, mate.
I can tell they've backed the winner.
I appreciate it, mate. Thank you.
Good on you.
Cheers, bro.
Cheers.